All right, we're live. Let me click on YouTube so I can get the pop-up. Bear with me 1 second, guys. All right, do a pop out. Yep. Hold on. Pop out. Hey, Mason, hold on. I'm trying to get the pop out. Here's the pop out. Get rid of that. Get the pop out. Give me a second. Put the pop out up so I can see everybody. I don't know if anyone saw Zippo Varga just posted. Hey, Lucky. Zippo just posted something about a Sears tractor he has, trying to identify it. I think I identified it. Looks like a 1970 Craftsman tractor. I sent him a link to a tractor that almost looks identical, but it's not a hydro, it's a standard. So maybe it's the same. It looks like a 1970 though. Let me put the link up for everybody. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. That's the wrong link. That's the link to the Sears video. Hold on. That's for hold on. That's not the link, guys. That's the link for the tractor I put up for Zippo to take a look at. Hold on a second. Let me put up the StreamYard link. Hold on. Control. All right, there's the StreamYard link. Yeah, the link before, Zippo was trying to figure out what year his tractor was, and I think I found something similar. That's what that other link is. But the StreamYard link is there. A little early, a few minutes early. It's all right. It's been a long day. Crazy weather. Warmed up a little bit later in the day, but rainy most of the morning. Hey, Nikki, what's going on, brother? But again, it's supposed to be nice weather for the weekend, so not too bad. Hey, David, how you doing, brother? So we'll see. Anyone want to join? They could just click on the StreamYard link. If other people are wondering what that other link is, it's a link that I had for Zippo to look at a tractor to try and identify one that he had just posted a video on, Zippo Varga. So whoever wants to say, hey, Steve, 18 months or 2 years. I don't know, Steve. I think that would cripple the world. So hope not. You know, it may linger on for that long, but as far as lasting where people are out of work and all that, I hope not. I really hope not. All right. Willie, what's going on? Yeah, Willie, I put up a video. If you look, or not video, up top, there's like a Let Go link that I put in. I think that's the year tractor. It looks like a 1970. It's definitely not a 68 or 9 or whatever. Those had like the round fenders. The 70 it started with the fender pan. So there's the link to the stream. Yeah, we'll see, Steve. Who knows? I mean, it's definitely not anything that we're used to. But anyone want to talk anything with small engines, chime in. We can talk engines. We can talk whatever you want to talk about, but the theme is small engines, so it doesn't matter. Anything you want. Never seen that model before, Willie. In fact, it's a weird looking model. I'm trying to think of 131 if that's Roper, AYP Roper. You can just look it up online. Just type in 131 Craftsman vendor code, and it'll come up with who built it. Let's see. Anybody want to come up? Come on up. But 6 people watching. Whoever wants to come up, come on up. I will throw you in the 131's AYP. So at that point, AYP was Roper. So it's a Roper tractor, and it looks like a Roper. So Zippo's got a 1970 Craftsman branded AYP Roper tractor. I hope he looks at the comment I sent him because it looks like that's what it is. But yeah, 131 vendor code was Roper. They called them Rallies and Ropers. But AYP, American Yard Products, got bought by Electrolux, Husqvarna. So AYP, Roper, Husqvarna, it's all the same now. So Simplicity, yeah, those are expensive, Willie. I tell you, any parts for Simplicity is crazy. Hey, Drifty, what's going on, brother? I saw you trying to do the live before. I didn't chime in time. I think I was. I came on after you were done. Looked like you were doing the StreamYard as well, Drifty. I can help you out if you want. I mean, I know not a ton about the StreamYard, but I know how to get on and how to use some of the features. You know, I've been doing it now probably a month and a half, something like that. So it's nice. Let's see. There's the link. Whoever wants to join, feel free. Got a few things to work on this weekend, mostly tractors, actually. That John Deere that I had a new axle for it, the STX 38. I've got that. The axle's ready to go in. There was a special bolt, like a 10 millimeter bolt that had to go in there, and I couldn't find one, so I'm going to use a 3/8 bolt, which is 375 diameter versus 394. So I'll probably take a Coke can or something, wrap it up, make a little shim to go in the bushing so it's not wobbly. I'll do a video on that tomorrow. It's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow, so we'll do that video. So anybody want to come up, feel free. There is a ton of room. We got you're eating. Hey, you've eaten online before, Mike, a lot. That's okay. Friday night during Lent, so it's fish night or seafood. So we had spaghetti and clams and pizza. So that's fine. Husky orange on top of alloy. Yeah, but you're going to prime it first, right? Some kind of primer. You got to do something, I guess, to seal up the aluminum. There's Drifty. Oh, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, brother? No, I was just trying to get it started.
How'd you make
I was
you streamed before. What happened?
I was just testing it to get it working. And the YouTube account that I wanted to use is saying that the 2-step verification, they couldn't verify it or something. So I'm waiting to get that, put back on where I can put it back on my other channel. But I'm having to use this other one until they get that one. They said it could take 5 to 7 days.
Wow.
So,
yeah. I like using the StreamYard though. It's good software. It's free. You got 20 hours a month for free, so that's not bad.
Yeah. I had Doug help me through it to get me through how to do it. What's up, Steve?
Yeah, one thing though is you want to go on regular YouTube with the pop-up chat and then minimize it and then bring it in, because you could see more on the pop-up chat versus what shows up on the StreamYard. Somebody taught me that. I think it was Mix Mower.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I ain't seen him in a while. None of his
Mick will come on Saturday night, I believe, is Mix. Mix has his stream Saturday night. Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. He limited though. He used to be on for like 3, 4, 5 hours, and then I think finally he wanted a little more quality family time. So now I think he limits it to 2 hours. So if you don't catch it just right, I used to go on there and he'd be on for 5, 6 hours, but now he said family comes first, so he's only putting in like a couple of hours a week.
Yeah, I mean I can see his point, because YouTube can get in the way of that, and
oh yeah. No, you get in a chat like this, you get 4 or 5 people on there. You talk for hours, and the time just goes like this. You don't even know it.
Yeah, well, that's the way gaming does too. I can get on at 8 o'clock at night. Next thing I know, it's 5 in the morning. I'm like, okay, where'd the time go?
Yeah.
Then you gotta get up at 8 o'clock. Then you gotta get up at 8 o'clock, and
yeah. Now, if it's a busy day at work and we're really doing a hot project, you look and it's 8 hours later. And you're like, oh my gosh. But it happens. It's nice when the time flies,
Yeah, I mean, it don't. I don't like it when it drags. Takes all day.
Yep. But I tell you, I find like tomorrow I'll be out in the driveway working on those tractors, and I usually go to breakfast every morning. But since this thing with the virus, my buddy and I can't really go to a restaurant, so I'll do some take. Once I get back around 8 o'clock in the morning. Pate, everyone who's watching me, Pate's has their stream every Saturday. Pate's Performance. at 8 a.m. So I'll watch that. That usually lasts an hour. And once that's over, then I'll go hit the driveway or basement shop, whatever. And I'm working until 3, 4, 5 o'clock, in the afternoon. And all of a sudden it's like, wow, I should eat something because it's been, 4, 5, 7, 10 hours, So you just don't think about it. You get busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, plus
you get busy
money, so that always helps.
Yeah.
I was watching today. I was looking at my phone, and I see someone texted me something on this Facebook. It's one of the Facebook pages for dads in our town, and he says, "Oh, I hear you're the small engine guy," and I'm looking. It's from 3 days ago, so I didn't even get notified or anything. And this guy's looking at me to fix a Honda for him. Like, I'll fix it, but I hope he didn't go anywhere else,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it when people come to me, but I like it when I can go to them too.
Yep. Yeah, this guy here is local in town. Like I said, there's the guys in my town. It's a dad's channel from all the guys in the town. So whenever they have like a handyman question or fix it question or something, someone always helps them out. So someone had said that I'm the guy in town to fix small engines, and which is fine. I've had a bunch of referrals from that. I don't like to advertise, but if someone gives me a referral, I don't care. And we'll just show up my driveway one day because, they know my name, they type it in and, they know where I am. It's public information. And, all of a sudden I'm sitting there. Also, I hear someone come up to me and say, hello. And somebody who saw me and, oh, you fix this stuff. And even my neighbors the newer ones that I don't know. Hey, Craig, even the newer ones that I don't know, they say, hey, you fix stuff. And I'm like, I got 4 degrees. And they're like, do you fix stuff? And I'm like, yeah, so, but I've had guys like this winter, comes up to me, says, can you fix the pull starter on my snowblower? I said, sure. So he goes, let me bring it over. I said, the snowblower or just the pull rope? He's like, you take that off? And I'm like, 3/8 or 10 millimeter, 4 screws or nuts. And comes back about 10 minutes later with it in his hand. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So I sent him up the street. 5 minutes later, I was done. So
awesome.
Quick money, coffee money, I call it.
Well, I mean, usually if it ain't hard to fix, I usually don't charge them. And then they're like, no, you're not working for nothing,
I've done that a few times. Like a guy came by with a snowblower on a trailer. He's a customer of mine. He lives maybe 2 miles up the road. He comes by with a snowblower, says, leaking gas. Okay, and I've tuned it up before, helped him out, an older one, Toro. So he comes over, drops off the trailer, just drops the trailer right off, unhitches it. It's sitting in the side of the road with the snowblower on it. So I didn't even take it off the trailer. I go on there, I take off the cover of the Tecumseh, I take the airbox off, and I'm looking, no leaks. So I started up, running for about 5-10 minutes, no leaks. So I sit it there, have the fuel on. I call him up, and I said, where's the leak? So I don't know if it was maybe the seat had to get, played around with a little bit with some fuel flow or what. But, and then he says to me, he's trying to give me like $10. And look, I didn't do anything. I took 2 screws off a cover. I didn't do anything. So finally, he goes, take $5. I said, all right, I'll buy coffee and a donut. So whatever.
Yeah.
So no big deal.
Well, that's like the other day. A dude bring over a chainsaw. He's like, here, get this running. I put gas in it. I was like, it's done. He's like, what'd you do to it? I was like, dude, there wasn't no gas in it.
An hour to a friend, the guy I worked with. He's telling me, Kenny, you've helped me in the past. Now, this guy, cheap as the day is long, okay? So always wants some free advice. All right, so they always stop me in the hallway at work. Hey, you got a second? They're always quizzing me and stuff. I was like, whatever. But he said, Kenny, I tried everything you told me. It ain't working. I said, all right, where do you live? So about an hour away. Drive all the way up there. It's freezing cold that morning. I actually fell on the ice. It was just not a good day. I get all the way up there, and he's like, well, it's not doing this, not doing this. And I'm looking. And I open up the gas cap, and you can see like a reflection. When you have fuel and you see like a reflection. Yeah. So it looked like there was a bunch of gas in there. There was a reflection because a little puddle. That's all it was. So anyway, I tip the thing over. I take off the bowl, and no gas is coming out. I look. I go, son of a gun. So I put the thing back on. I tip it over. I look at the gas cap, and I look at him in the eye. I go, when was the last time you put gas in this? He's like, oh, crap. And I said, seriously? And I'm saying to myself, what am I going to charge the guy? I drove an hour, right, out of my day. So that's 2 hours of driving time, wear and tear on the vehicle, my time. What are you going to charge him? So I said, you know what? Pay for the fuel, coffee, give me $20. And I mean, but still, it was like half my day was gone by the time I got home for no stupid gas. Unbelievable. I tell you, well, who was it? Willie in what was the movie? with Tom Hanks. Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
What's that movie? Ain't no gas. Or no, not Forrest Gump. The Bill. What's his
Ain't no
name?
gas
Billy.
in it. Oh, you talking about
Yeah,
Sling Blade?
Yeah, Sling Blade. Sling Blade. Yeah, ain't no gas in it. Yeah, that was it. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because I seen that video. I forgot. I think it was Zippo or one of those guys. Every once in a while, he'll stick that video up. Ain't no
Yeah.
gas. Yep. I'm telling you, I probably
What's
get
up,
2 or 3
Nikki?
of those a year.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Nikki,
Definitely.
Craig, Steve,
Craig, you want to come on up? I'm going to put the
Lucky 7.
link in. Mike's having dinner, so he don't want to come up with food in his mouth.
Yeah.
So let's see. We'll put the link up.
What's up, Willie?
And
David.
anyone who wants to come up. But I want to do a shout out to my brother James Faust. He's in a little bit of a bad way right now in the hospital. I just want to thoughts and prayers to him. He's been going through a rough time, and today, a little rougher than usual. But you know what? I want to give a thumbs up to James, his family, his wife Leah, and just tell him stay in there, pal. It's a tough fight, I understand, but you'll make it through. You'll definitely make it through. We're all rooting for you, James. So thumbs up, baby. All right. What else? What are you working on anything today, Drift, or tomorrow?
I was working on a lowrider. I'm taking the body, the bed, and the doghouse off of it and switching the frames.
Yep. Oh, here comes Brother Craig. Oh, let's see what happens. I see the circle, Craigie. I don't see your face.
All I see is a black screen and his name below it.
I see his name with the circle going around. You got your camera on? Is your mic and your camera on, Craig? Let's try it again.
It just went bye-bye.
Yeah, let's try it again. I know sometimes if you don't click on mic on and camera on, it won't come up.
Yeah. I don't even see that. I don't see how the people were driving it. I mean, half the boats wasn't even in the doghouse. I don't know how they were driving it.
Try it. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
How you doing, brother?
Switch over to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing because the internet here is junk.
What were you on, cellular or something before?
Yeah, I was on my cell phone through cellular. It wouldn't link up, so I just switched it over to Wi-Fi.
Well, see, mine's the opposite. I was on the house internet, then it wouldn't, go through the stream, so I had to switch over to cellular.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I mean, it's bad when you sit in your house, maybe 5 inches away from the internet box, and it won't have much signal.
Yep. I see people with tin foil and everything else all over their router antennas and all that stuff,
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't
I'm
think
only
it'll work
30,
either.
40 feet away. So
Yeah.
So what's it doing out there, Craig? Still warm?
Yeah, it's well, right now, let me look. It got up to probably about 65 today.
Oh wow.
Right now it says let me update that.
That's what it's about here.
Yeah, it says it's 41 out there right now, but I think it's a little warmer than that. It was cold this morning, started off, had frost on the windshield, low 30s, and it was partly overcast, mostly cloudy until about lunchtime. Then really until about 1:30, it was just still like partly cloudy. Then the sun come through, then it started warming up.
Yep. You starting work on the truck, Craig?
No, I didn't make it down.
Hey, I'm in the same predicament as you, except I'm driving my S10 right now.
Yeah.
And one of the brake lines, it's not leaking. I think I have a collapsed hose because all of a sudden I'll be sitting there at a light or something. Then I let off the brake and all of a sudden, doom, like it unlocks or something.
Yeah.
Like the brake hose is collapsed, holding the caliper.
Yeah.
So something stupid. I'm just hoping it's not rotted because, with the stuff that's on the roads, you look at the brake lines, they're all like flaky, like they're going to collapse or apart,
I'll get on it tomorrow.
Too bad it's above the tank,
Yeah, it's on the frame rail behind the tank, so I got to drop the tank. I could just run some line through there and just leave
what
it
year is it?
around. Excuse me?
What year is it?
98 and a half Dodge Ram.
Cummins. Oh yeah. Well, that mine's easier to taking off the bed than it is to drop the tank.
Well, the tank still has come down because the fuel line's in between the tank and the frame rail. So, and of course, it didn't happen when the tank was empty. It happened like right after I filled it up. So it's got 38 gallons of fuel in it that's got to come out of it.
That's 300 pounds, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's why I never fill mine up. Every time I fill mine up, it tears up.
Yeah.
So I keep mine a half tank. At a half tank, I'm good.
It's only been sitting in the barn since November.
The diesel, and a year later, it still fires. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, except with the algae, sometimes you get that algae or whatever it is.
Yeah, I keep conditioner in mine, so.
Again, all you have to do is put one of the algae eaters in there.
Yeah.
I tell you, you know, with the economy the way it is now, the dealers are offering so many decent deals with 0 interest and all that. I'm so tempted to trade in my 20-year-old S10 and get me a real pickup, you know. So, but hey, it still takes me where I got to go.
Yeah,
that
but
20-year-old S10 is probably still a lot better than what a new one would be.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, I haven't had a car payment in 17 years, and that feels good, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just think of all that extra money. You know, your car payment plus your extra insurance.
I probably pay a couple $100 a year for the stupid thing. You know, it's got 160,000. I work 6 miles from home, so where do I go? You know, the most mileage I put on is working on small engines, picking up tractors and parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like my old '85 Ford. You know, everybody says, "Oh, you ought to get rid of that and get you a new one." Well, why? It's paid for. It gets me to work and back every day. You know, I don't care. It only gets 12 miles a gallon.
Yeah, it's just strange. Years ago, remember, Craigie, at 100,000, that was like the kiss of death. You hit 100, it was time to say bye-bye.
Well, I remember back when Chevrolet, because I had a '77 Chevy, when they made a big deal of 100,000 miles, and they'd give you a hat and a couple other things if your vehicle made 100,000 miles.
Yep. Well, because the odometers, remember, they only used to go to 99,000.
Yeah,
right?
99,999, and then they'd roll back over to zero. I mean, that was always a big deal. You always wait until right before it hit 0, and you got out and walked around it. Oh, I got a brand new car.
My father's '64 Chevy, I'll never forget the day it hit 100,000. It was like its birthday, and it was so bad that was the day we took it to the dump. The thing was tilting like this because he's the only one that drove it. He had wooden planks on the seat so he wouldn't get his butt with the seat springs coming through. Yeah. So he actually had wooden boards, and I'm like, how the hell that happened? You know,
funny.
But I'll never forget. He bought it from a dealer called Madison Motors in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And when he bought it, it had like furniture plastic covers on the seat, like that clear vinyl.
Yeah.
You know? And I remember in the summertime, one time I'm sitting in there, we're going swimming, and I got off the seat real fast. I swear to God, the skin on my back. Uh-oh. Who's that? Drifty?
That's me. My bad.
The skin on my back, like, stayed on the seat. You know, and I was like, and the same thing happened to my old man years ago. My mother bought a brand new sofa, like in 1972 or 3, and she's like, I'm putting the vinyls, plastic on it. You're not going to screw up this couch and this and that. So one day, my father was a lineman, big guy, big electric lineman, electric pole. He come home one day, it was summer, he was tired. He lays on that couch, right? He's got no shirt on. Lays on that couch. All of a sudden, the phone rang, and he gets up real quick. I swear to God, all the hair on his back was on that couch. He's looked at my mother. He goes, GD, blah, 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 blah. He, with his bare hands, ripped all the vinyl off that couch. Just ripped it all. He goes, here's your vinyl. It was just, I felt so bad for him, But it ripped all the hair off his back.
A free waxing?
But I tell you, you don't do that to a lineman after a 12-hour shift. No, you don't do it. So, but I miss him.
I'm froze up there.
Not on my screen, you're not.
Yeah, you look okay to me, Craig.
Yeah, no, my screen's froze up. Ken, you're still throwing your arms up. I'm moving my head, but it's not moving on the screen.
No, he just got a bad lag.
Hold on, I'll kick you out, kick you in. Hold on.
Okay, now we're back.
That now?
Yeah, we're back now.
Right. Yeah, if that happens, let me know. I can click you on, click you off.
Okay.
So that way it refreshes. So Thomas Andrews has an F50 2001 186. There you go. You put about as many miles as I put on. So I only put on about 9,000 a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I've been fortunate in my life to work one job 13 years, like 8 miles away, another job 13 years, 6 miles away, and this one here I've been at for 12 years, and it's 6 miles away. So and for manufacturing in Connecticut, that's odd. I mean, because there ain't many manufacturing jobs in Connecticut,
right?
So,
plus, ain't that many people going to stay with a job that many years nowadays.
Well, I would have stayed with the first job I had back in 1983, but the company I worked for, so we designed bearings for Barden Corporation, and
Cool.
our division was one of 7 divisions in that building. And when the whole company went up for sale, we were the only division that someone wanted to buy. It was a foreign bearing company, wanted to get into inch bearings without having to tool up and all that. So they figured they'd buy us and then put their name on it. So that's what they did. So I was there 13 years. In fact, the guy that started the day after me is the president of the company. That's like, damn.
What's up, small engines?
Yeah. No, it was a manufacturing company. We did a lot of medical parts and bearings. We did bearings, metal stampings, and all that, phenolic retainers. And then we had a medical division where we had medical molding, surgical staple guns, and stuff like that. So I was well versed in all kinds of manufacturing when I started. You know.
You ever come up here about small engines?
I'll go anywhere for a small engine.
I went all the way down to way down to the bottom of Tennessee for I think 4 of them. That was probably about close to a 3-hour drive.
Well, I've done that. I go up to Boston's exactly 3 hours from my house. And I've gone up there numerous times to pick up stuff because it's a beautiful ride. For me in Connecticut, I go up Route 8, straight up Route 8. You hit I-90, go through the Ted Williams Tunnel over there, and you're in Boston.
Yeah.
So it's a nice ride.
Yeah. I remember back when I was young, probably about 19, maybe 20. I drove clear to Canada just to buy a Brian Adams CD.
Oh, no.
Actually, it was a cassette tape.
Really?
Yeah. The song he had back then was Diana. And it was only available in Canada. It wasn't available here in the States.
Really?
So I drove clear to Canada to just buy the cassette tape. Yeah.
Well, it's funny you talk about Diana. My mother, I still have, but I like jukeboxes. And I have a 1951 Seaberg B, which is the first year of the 45 RPM records. And I had this jukebox I bought back in 1986. And my mother's favorite song growing up when she was a teenager was Paul Anka, Diana. Okay. Yep. I think it was 1958. And, the first record I played on that jukebox when I got it was Paul Anka, Diana. My mother started crying. She told me like 10 years ago and didn't think I'd remember. And I was into, at the time I was like in my early 20s. I liked the doo-wop and the 50s stuff. It was sort of like nostalgic time. And my first car was a 55 Chevy. So, I mean, I was always into it. But she didn't think I'd remember. And that was the first thing I played. It was A1 on the jukebox. And all of a sudden the record flipped over, starts playing Paul Anka. And she's like, freaking out. So that was pretty cool.
Hey, small engines, you need to. I broke my tooth the night before my wedding, so I had to go through all day of my wedding with a broke tooth.
How'd you do that?
I went to Lee's and got a thing of livers, and they were so hard, I broke a tooth.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I was like, I'm not eating there no more.
I did that. I thought he was going to tell us a big bachelor party story.
No, no, I don't do that stuff. I've been going to church for close to 14 years now.
Yeah. Usually when people talk about getting married, they talk about their big bachelor parties the night before.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Usually the prospective groom gets out of there early and just goes home, where all the guys are having the fun with the entertainment and all that,
Yeah.
But what's Nicky saying? You can get an emergency dentist appointment. Not now, you can't, Nick. That's for sure.
I'd say it take you a couple months to get in there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh no, I know Dennis is laid off right now. He might be able to work.
Yeah,
I know, right? he's got tools.
Well, that's true.
just give him a fifth of liquor and a pair of pliers.
Yeah, there you go. Screwdriver and a pair of pliers and a grinder. He might be able to go right to town.
I got a guy at work that I work with. He's salt of the earth, nicest guy in the world. I think he's got 4 teeth. And the guy literally makes probably 150,000 a year, you know. But growing up, I guess it wasn't important, So is what it is. So I said to him, with all your money, he goes, why don't you get implants or something? He's like, it's a waste of money. I'm like, okay, you can eat chocolate pudding the rest of your life, it's up to you. But
yeah, he won't need them once he's dead.
That's true. That is true. My mom.
Go ahead.
Good.
You just rent them till somebody else comes along.
Well, there you go.
My mother had all the implants and stuff put in at a place in New York City, and they actually did it for half price because it was a teaching hospital, and they wanted to show all the students how to do it. But it was still probably 70 grand, and that's half price.
Yeah,
and that's all of them done, and it's like that's a lot of money. And then fun at the end of it, when it's all said and done, they didn't take the right way. They gave her money back.
Really?
So. Yeah, and I said to her, well, she's still having problems with them. She still has to get them worked on and stuff like that. But ton of money for those implants, those newer ones. All that high tech with the posts and all that stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
But her gums from dentures from years just deteriorated to the point where it wouldn't hold the denture, so she had to get the implant. So anyway. Steve Thoreau can't even get a haircut right now. It's funny. My wife and kids are talking about that because good friends of ours, very good friends of ours, his name's Kenny, and he's barber, and him and his wife both are barbers or hairstylists. And they haven't been working for like 2-3 weeks right now. And the customers want to come to his house and all that stuff. And he's like, no, I can't, because if the state finds out you did that, they'll take your license away. So they're afraid, they're like, no, we just got to stay home. And then my wife and kids were saying, well, how many people are out there with bushy eyebrows, long hair, and ugly faces? Because all these people aren't working anymore.
Well, one of them's in the bottom of this video screen.
Which one?
The one in the bottom.
Him?
Why? What are you? You're barber?
No.
Oh, you mean looking
like bushy eyebrows and long hair.
Yeah, but on the guy, it doesn't matter. It's all these women.
I'm 2 weeks overdue.
These women that go every week and spend hundreds of dollars and stuff. It's crazy what they spend.
Oh, yeah.
Waxing this, waxing that, tweezing this, tweezing that. Crazy,
Yeah, I should have had my hair cut a couple weeks ago, and he's been out, so.
Yeah, they're all going to start looking like cavemen and women,
Yeah, it's getting pretty long right now for summertime. I usually keep it a little shorter than this.
Just get the clippers, Craigie, with the 1/4-inch plastic thing.
Yeah.
Boom. And do it yourself.
That's probably what I'm going to wind up doing.
Yeah.
I do that to save money.
It was funny. My youngest kid went to Stop and Shop today to get groceries, and I guess they got a limit on how many people can be in the store. So I expected her to be outside. Like, okay, you can go in. The limit is 268 people for this store. I'm like, how the heck did they get a hold of that? And 268 people, that's a lot of people,
Yeah, it is.
And I'm like, how yeah, crazy. But I guess there's a guy out there with a counter, and for everyone that comes out, he sends one in, and they keep it going. So,
yeah, Walmart tomorrow is going to limit 250 people.
Yeah, I know. I was listening. Where was it? Even our dump. You can only go in once a day now. All right, no matter what you got, you can only go in once a day. And if they look at your license and everything, they're marking it down because some people are trying to come, 2-3 times a day, get rid of stuff once a day. And I said, crazy. I'm usually at the dump 3-4 times a day if I have the day off. Just because I'm there looking for stuff and dropping off.
Yeah.
I'll go in there, and 2 hours later, someone drops off a couple of mowers. Hey, I'll be in driving by, and if I see some mowers in there, I'll say, I'll turn it in. Nope, can't do it. Only once a day. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. What else you got going on this week, Craig? You just truck?
Well, I got my truck, and then as you know, I got that 029. I figured I'd go ahead and put it together, but it's going to be a while yet. I'm not going to spend any money.
Clamshell too, right?
Do what?
That's clamshell, right?
Yes, it's clamshell. I'll probably wait until after this coronavirus crap's over before I spend money on that. And then I still got my 575 and my 576 tore apart. I've got parts to put it together.
Oh, the eBay ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the eBay one. And then the 575 is the one last year that ingested all the wood fines.
Which one's is it? Yeah, are either of them the electric?
No. That's a 576 auto tune. It still runs good.
Okay.
The eBay one that I've got now is tore apart's a non-auto tune, so it's one of the older ones. But I've got parts to put both of them together. And then sitting on the floor, I've got 2 old Mac 3200s. They still 031 AV, another still that's in the same series of saws. I'm not sure what it is. And an old green Poulon.
I think everybody has a 031 031 in their backyard. I mean, I've got one or two of them
Yeah.
that were given to me actually, but
yeah, this
heavy
one was
stuff
given to me.
Big, I've got an 036 I bought from a friend of mine. His father-in-law was the original owner. No scoring whatsoever. Starts and runs perfect. I think I paid $300 for it like 4 years ago. And it runs like, you stole it. It really runs good, but I'm not a steel guy. So I got to see if maybe someone wants to buy it, maybe trade up for a Husky or something. I don't know. What's Dickie saying? Craigie, can you find me a Husky 61? He probably wants to do a 272 conversion.
I mean, look around. I can't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll find it, but then it's going to cost you $4 million to ship it.
Exactly right.
I can't believe the price they pay for stuff over there.
Mm-hmm. The Husky barn we had, the chainsaw, the muffler falls right off of them.
No, you got to watch. There's muffler crutches that you put on those because certain models came with the muffler crutch, and some of the ones that didn't, the muffler would fall down and melt the plastic underneath it, like on the 350s and the 340s. And then they went with the 346 XP, and they had like a U-shaped crutch that bolts on to the side, and it holds it up. So people are, putting those on the older ones.
Well, I told my father-in-law, that's like, let a professional do it. He's like, oh, I'll get it done. So he tries to rethread it. End up messing it up.
Oh, boy. Yeah,
he ended up messing it up, so he had to go buy him a new steel.
Yeah, wow. Helicoil is the best way to fix stripped out threads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Either that way or put a new jug on it.
Yeah, I'm cheap. If the jug's still good, I'll Helicoil it.
I tell you, I've used that Alumaloy, that low alloy, low temperature melting alloy, the Alumaloy. I tell you, I like it. I think it works pretty good.
I've not tried none of that. I've got some powder stuff that I'm going to try. Can't remember the name of it.
Where you spray it on with the torch?
No, you just put it in like the 575 that I ground the hole through when I was porting it. I can fix that hole. It's a powder. You put tape on the back, and then you fill the hole up with this powder. Then you got a liquid that you put in the powder, and then it sets up hard.
Really?
Yeah. No, I can't remember the name of it.
Huh. We have something like that at work. It's a metal paste that simulates like aluminum or steel. And I tell you, we have it in some of our heat treat furnaces. So it takes up to 1200 degrees. So it's pretty good stuff.
Okay.
But it's expensive. It's very expensive.
I can't even remember where I seen it. Somebody used it in a YouTube video, and I can't even remember who it was that used it. And I found it on Amazon. It was actually relatively inexpensive. It was like $15. And I thought, heck, I'll give it a try. I mean, what's the worst it could do is fall out.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki's asking about like inserts versus helicoils, and I'll give you my opinion on that, Nikki. I've been in manufacturing almost 40 years, and I've used Keenserts. I've used all the different solid inserts. When you're talking a thin magnesium casting, you put a Keensert in. When you go to press those 4 pins in or whatever, it's going to split. So you're better off with the helicoil. Go in there and open up the threads a little bit. The helicoil is actually, it's stronger than the parent thread that was there originally.
Right.
So definitely I prefer the helicoils over the Keenserts, but if you're going into plastic like Maddie does sometimes, the Keenserts are the way to go because you just screw in the actual insert and the thread's right there. You don't need to worry about anything else. So there's good and bad about them all. And also with Keenserts, there's 3 or 4 different brands. There's ones you get from Car Lane or McMaster, whatever brands of Keenserts. There's some that have the 4 pins that you drive in. Some you thread in, some you just push in. So you got to look at what your application is, what the parent base material is, and what kind of strength you really need to determine. But helicoil, 99% of the time, is usually the better repair.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So, anywho, where is everybody? Everyone's chickening out. Nobody wants. Oh, there's Timmy. Hey, Tim. Tim Freeman's joining. Come join the stream, Tim. We need more people.
And also, to go along with what you just said, Ken, the helicoils, I like them better, especially in the aluminum, because they seem to expand and contract at about the same rate as the base metal. versus the thicker, heavier keen certs that take a little longer.
Well, they are aluminum alloy, aren't they? Most of them.
The helicoils.
The helicoils. Some are steel, but I'm saying some of them I think are aluminum alloy too, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I use the stainless steel ones.
Or stainless, yeah. There you go. Okay. The only thing with stainless, though, I wonder about galvanic corrosion when it comes to like aluminum, magnesium.
Never sees.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Yep.
We got a moon out here.
Yeah, you do.
I was going to say, it looks like it's. I was wondering if it was daylight out there, Drift. It looks like it was kind of bright.
It's still a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we got a little bit of a daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Got stars and stuff.
That's pretty.
But, yeah. I mean, it's starting to get a little chilly here.
Where you at, Drifty?
I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, okay. You're not too far from me. I'm just up here in Ohio.
Oh yeah. I got some family that we go up there to Lucasville, Ohio.
Okay, I'm just north of Chillicothe.
Oh yeah, we go to that big swap meet they have up there.
Yeah, Trader Days.
You're talking about the lawnmowers galore up there.
Oh yeah.
What is it? Everything?
They do it 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Like a flea market or what?
Yeah, it's a big flea market. I mean, you can go there 2 days and not walk every bit of it.
Yeah, it's like an old Trader Days thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You might have antique tractors or antique lawnmowers and stuff there. Well, they may have parts and
all. Not every state, but there's people from several states that come in for that thing.
Yeah, we've had people from Alabama. We've even seen people from California up there.
We have a famous one here in a city called New Milford called Elephant's Trunk, and you'll see it on. There's an HGTV show called Flea Market Flip, and they have stuff they get from Elephant's Trunk, and it's 25 miles north of me. And it's pretty big.
Yep.
Yeah. So
find some good stuff. There's some good deals, but you also got to watch yourself because you can get took.
Yeah, you can get yourself burnt.
Yes, you can.
There was one guy up there, a friend of mine, actually selling mercury. He was an old chemist, and he literally had mayonnaise jars full of mercury. Okay, because when he was a kid and we were kids, used to play with mercury, right?
Greg, we rolled it around.
Yeah, you have to let it float around. Yeah, with a Quicksilver, we didn't know. And oh, hey, look at this. Nicky's here. Hold on.
Hey, Nicky.
What's going on, Nick?
Brother Nick.
How you doing? Hello.
You're up late, huh?
Yeah.
Now, did the clocks change for you too?
Last week.
So it's 1:35 in the morning?
Yep.
What the hell are you doing up?
It's a Saturday morning for him.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I would say, where's your Guinness or where's your whatever?
I don't drink, Ken.
Oh, that's okay. No problem with that. Where's we got to see some more motorcycle videos, Nick?
Sorry?
We got to see some more motorcycle videos?
I don't know.
I tell you, some of those are pretty cool. Those 2-strokers.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah.
Now, do you do like professional riding, or was that just like a hobby or something?
Hobby.
What's up, LD?
Hobby.
Cool. Yeah, they look pretty wild. So, what do you want to do with a 61, Nick?
It's a 266, but
okay.
A lot of the 61 parts are interchangeable, so.
So you need parts.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm not in any hurry.
Yeah,
but
I'll dig around.
What you got from Maddie, was that enough to start anything, or are you still looking for like a chassis?
I know I had a chassis. It's got a metal tank handle. So I was thinking about changing that to the plastic one from China, from Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not ordering anything at the moment. So
I saw David Carlisle's comment, Craig. He's like, he used to play with mercury before it was dangerous. And I was like, before it was dangerous?
Yeah, that was back in the 50s.
Well, Well, remember, I don't know. Remember, Craig, when we were younger and you had that radioactive paint that Timex used to use on the watches?
Yep.
And we used to like paint our faces with it and stuff.
Yep.
We didn't know it was radioactive.
Well, right. Well, it's just like the mercury. We'd take the little thermometers that you read your temperature with, and you'd break it open, and you get little balls of mercury, red mercury, and you just roll them around on the table.
Yeah. We used to play with it all the time.
Yeah, done that in school.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
we did it in science class. The guy would take some out for us. We'd play with it.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know.
Now they say to kill you there at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm still alive.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. Nikki, you got anything on the shop right now? You working on anything?
Just that 266, but I come and go from it. Without parts, I'm nowhere.
Right.
No,
he's like a fish out of the water.
No dealers, no anything around there, Nick. Nothing.
And not for those old saws, Ken. They won't park with them, and they tell you they haven't got them in the first place. So if you were to go on the used ads, you just pay.
Somebody's mad.
Sounds like the dogs are hungry.
No, it's the next door neighbor's dogs come over here, aggravates ours, then they go running after them.
I know that feeling.
Then you can't get no sleep overnight because it's doing that all night long.
Oh, that would kill me. I couldn't do that. I'd throw water at him or something.
Well, we tell the next door neighbor to put his dogs up, but they put it up for 2 weeks, and then you see them again.
Yep. Hey, Doug, what's up, brother?
What's
up,
going
Doug?
on, y'all?
Yeah, we got special guest
Greg.
Nicky from Ireland.
Hey,
So he's
Nicky.
staying up late to join us.
Which if
How's
somebody
it
else is
going,
wanting
man?
to come up, I can get off. It's
Yeah, we're all right.
No.
As long as we don't break up, we're okay.
Well, it's about too dark to see me.
Well, up to you, Jeff. Up to you.
Yeah. I figured I'd throw my brother some love on his channel
There you
and
go.
talk to my brother.
Hey, I'm at
Same right back to
249
you.
subscribers. That 1,000 mark, who knows?
Awesome.
Well, like I said earlier, Ken, you might as well just mail that to me because that's my tachometer.
I'm telling you. Oh, hey, get in line, Craig. There's about 20 people ahead of you that have.
Well, I was
they've
first.
offered me money, not 100, but they've offered me money.
Well, if
You
they're
know.
offering you money, they can go buy their own.
Well, I was yelling at Matty today because he goes, "Oh, Ken, I tripped over your tachometer." I was like, "Oh, the one you're never going to use?" You know?
Yeah.
He should have a raffle for it because he ain't gonna use it. He loves the old by sound method, which I don't know. I've always been a by the numbers guy. So
By sound works good if you got an unlimited coil, but if you got a limited coil, by sound, you can get close.
you don't know.
But
Nicky,
you
that-
don't know in the end because it
You start
starts cutting
bouncing
out,
off
and then
of it.
you keep trying to lean it out. Before you know it, you've got it way too lean, and you got to burn up.
Yeah. What's up, go-karts?
Voluntary or what? But if it cost you, Nikki, have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for staying up.
Well,
Good
let
night,
me
Nicky.
ask y'all something. I got a
What's
Kohler 15.5 horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I changed the spark plug out in it, and she'll run beautiful. That's even before I even changed the spark plug out.
There he is.
And it seems like when it gets really warmed up, and you're cutting grass, and everything, and it seems like it starts breaking down. Like
It sounds like your coil's going bad.
Yeah, heat
Well,
soaking the
it could
coil.
be the coil or the exhaust valve.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be that too.
The exhaust valve could be starting to seize.
Yeah. Does it start to backfire, Doug?
no, it sounds like a knock. It sounds like a pre-ignition knock. You know what I mean? Like a spark knock.
Could be leaning out.
It smells
be,
like it's
yeah.
leaning out. It does. It smells like it's leaning out.
Now, is that a Kohler command?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's vertical shaft, right?
Pancake motor.
No, the vertical shaft going this way,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I get them things mixed up like you wouldn't believe.
All right, so Kohler Command. What do you think, Craig? I figured exhaust valve, lean out. Did you try cracking your gas cap? See if there's a vacuum plug in there?
Yeah. I even checked. I even drilled a small hole in the gas cap. I figured it was leaning too much.
Vapor locking.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this,
test
Ken.
to see if you're leaking past the valves?
I have not done a compression test. I have not put a pressure test on it or anything like that.
I would do a quick blow by. Put like a pressure, a little bit of air in there, like 5-6 psi of air from air compressor in the spark plug hole. Rotate it and see if the valves are leaking. You'll definitely tell if you're getting air out of muffler or off the carburetor when they're supposed to be shut. If your exhaust valve is leaking slightly, that'll happen too. Because I have 5 horsepower Briggs are known for burnt exhaust valves where you get a little pitting around the outside and they'll start to lose power when it gets hot. So you may want to do a blow by
cold and warm.
A little bit of pressure.
So that way you have a comparison.
Yeah, when she's cold, she runs like a scalded dog. I mean it. And when she get warmed up, I thought maybe it wasn't getting enough air through the top and blowing out, So I took the little plastic cover off from it, I took that off, put a new spark plug in it, brand spanking new, right out of the box. Believe it or not, a Honda spark plug. Same depth,
But what?
Put it
but
in there.
Doug, what is the plug you took out though? If it's like the coil breaking down or something, the plug would be a little wetter. You know what I mean? So I've worked on a lot of those engines, Doug, and the coils do go bad. They really do. Then you let it cool off and it runs good for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what it does. You let it cool off, or you just idle down and just let it just run just for a little bit, let it get cooled off. Throw the coals to it. She run good for a little bit, and then she starts breaking down again.
I would change. Finger change, You get those coils on Amazon
first before I mess with the valves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I bought one of those coils on Amazon. I think it was $15, and I have one lady. I changed it to a Chinese coil, but anyway, that only lasted about 6 months. Then I put the Kohler coil on, which is twice as much, and she's been going for 3 years. So
good.
Coil's easy enough to do.
I just wanted, to bang some bigger heads than mine. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a coil breaking down on me.
Yeah, that's what's you get the high speed breakdown. Yep, or when it gets real warm. Yep, that's my money.
I bought a new coil, mowed the grass one time, and it went bad. So you gotta watch where you buy them too.
Yeah,
I've had them bad out of the box.
Ken,
just like
you
spark
can
plug.
hear me. I'm locked up again, and
hold on, Craig. Or I'll get you one more time. Wait a minute. Kick you off. Kick you on.
Nope.
Hold on. Try it again.
I would try that first, Doug, and see how that works. Sorry about the dogs.
No, it's all right.
Uh-oh. Having technical difficulties with Mr. Timmons there. Try it again. One more time. I see your face perfect, Craig, on mine in the
on mine's a black screen on his.
No, it's black, but I'm saying I'm in the basement. I can see him perfect.
A chicken at Hell City Sonic.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
but I'm gonna get off here, guys, and I love y'all. And these dogs ain't gonna quit, so I'll probably, if y'all are on tomorrow doing a live stream, I'll jump on it then.
All right,
we'll see you, buddy.
All right, love you, brothers.
Talk to you later.
Love you too, man.
Brother. There's it. Craigie, I'm going to kick you off and you can kick back on. So let me kick you out. Hold on. So you can go kick back on. Oh. Come on. All right. We kicked Craig. All right, Craig, try it again. Hit the link, brother. Try it again. I just kicked. Whoa, now we got big faces here. Holy cow.
Watch out.
So what you doing up late, Nick? Just hanging or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the weather like over there?
Good. It's dry.
Is it? Well, why is it normally rainy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a ton over here. Tons of rain. Too much rain. But the grass is growing, so I'll be in business. So that's good.
Man, is it growing down here? Man.
Yeah. Oh, I was surprised. It sort of went from nothing, Doug, to boom. Now all of a sudden it's grass season.
Man, I think I got to cut it next week sometime. I got to cut it again, and that'll be the 4th cut.
Yep. Oh, wow. 4th. Holy cow. Here comes Craigie. Let's try it again.
Okay, we're back.
There we go.
We're back.
We're back.
Now, go back to the Kohler issue. I was trying to ask this when this all started and I had issues. Where does the fuel line route on that, Ken? I'm not familiar with that particular engine.
It depends. Depends. You could have the gravity type that goes from the dashboard, or you could have the fuel pump type that comes from under the seat.
It could be a lack of fuel.
But that's the same one. I had problems with the carburetor.
Yeah. But is yours gravity, Doug, or is it fuel pump?
Yeah, well.
Have the mechanical fuel pump that's on the right side of the engine, and the fuel line comes up from the back and goes into that mechanical Kohler pump. There have been issues with them fuel pumps. So what a lot of people have done, they'll take that fuel pump off, put a block off plate where that fuel pump mounts, tap it for 8th MPT, and put it in a nipple and a Briggs pump.
Yeah.
Plastic pump on them, and what to do. I've done that on a bunch of engines.
Yeah, this is
because I found a lot of times when those engines sit, when those engines sit, the diaphragms in that Kohler mechanical pump get kind of hard, and they don't want to pump enough fuel.
No, this is a gravity fed from the tank.
Yeah, gravity. So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Yep.
A brand new carburetor.
What about your fuel line itself? I mean, what's the flow like through it, especially when it's warm?
Oh man, that fuel line runs like a scalded dog, man. Okay. I pulled it off. I checked. I put a shut-off valve in it because I've done away with the anti-backfire.
Right.
Solenoid. I've done away with that. So I went ahead and put a shut-off valve in it, so that way there because I caught it overflowing my bowl when she was shut off.
Yep. And then filling
and that was
full.
Yeah, and it was actually it was coming out of my exhaust.
Oh, okay. So it was running down the throat of the carburetor into the cylinder, or trying to.
Yeah, and that was before I cut the solenoid off. I still had the solenoid working. And I said, I ain't going to deal with this. I'm going to go ahead and put a fuel shut off onto it. I'm going to do away with the solenoid. That way, there ain't going to have no more problems with it. Because I was thinking it was lacking of gas. Because the little rubber tit nipple on the top of the solenoid, I found it cocked. I found it cocked.
Oh, wow.
So I went ahead and did away with it.
Most time I just take a pair of lineman's pliers and I just cut off the little rod coming out. That's all. Hey, Tim Freeman is adding on those Kohlers, on those commands. Those were Kohler's first overhead valve engine. They have hydraulic. So Tim is thinking maybe a lifter's leaking down. But normally, Tim, if the lifter's leaking down, you're not going to get the lift and you may get backfiring. He said he's not getting backfiring. But I see your point.
I ain't getting no.
Yeah.
I ain't getting no backfire.
The lifter's not pumping up.
I see his point more toward the coil breaking down.
Yeah, me too. But also, too, Doug, though they recommend in that engine the multi-grade oil, not a straight 30. You got to use a 1030 in that engine because that has hydraulic lifters. If you don't put in multi-grade, it'll tick, 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 tick all the time. You'll never get rid of the tick. They'll never pump up.
Yeah, I got 1030 in it.
Yeah, so you should be all right. But good point, though. I mean, usually they get pretty loud, Hey, there's Mr. Ed. Hey, Ed, J&J. What's going on, brothers?
Yeah. So, Mr. Greg, how you been doing?
Oh, I'm still kicking along. Still working. They just had a big layoff today. They laid off 50% of the company people.
Wow.
And they're only offering voluntary layoff for the union people. So luckily I'm still there. I'm not laid off yet, but I'm telling you, it's not looking good. We went from 9, 10, 11, 12 tank wagons a day down to 1. That's for 5 days straight. We've had 1 tank wagon to load every day.
Wow.
And we typically do anywhere up to 12 per day.
Tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock, state of Alabama. At 5 o'clock, everything shuts down.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What they say now? There's only, I think, 20 states that aren't shut down.
Well,
I guess
Ohio's not completely shut down. We're under a stay-at-home order, but that's kind of a relaxed order because you're still able to go out and exercise and go grocery shopping, go to the doctor, go get your medicines. I mean, they left a lot of leeway in that stay-at-home order. Yeah. I mean, you can still go to state parks. You just have to maintain your 6-foot distance.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think what Doug's talking about, Alabama, they're going to make you stay at home, correct, Doug?
Only time you can go out is to the grocery store, go get your medicine, go get your essentials. That is it. And Walmart is, and the only thing you could go into Walmart for is for groceries. That's it. You ain't getting nothing else.
Yeah, now see, they haven't done that to us yet.
And Walmart's been rocking and rolling. They've been changing the oil, the tires, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
I've had some customers call me up actually saying, "With this virus, am I actually working still on small engines?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because they think I'm locked up in the house. I'm going to work every day for 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We're defense contractors, so we're open,
Right.
And they gave us the letters yesterday that
she was on her aisle stalking.
7H. We have a letter stating we have every right to be on the road.
Said I had nowhere to go. I would have went somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But what's keeping us running right now is just the can coat products that we make. Like I've told you, Ken, one of the products we make is a spray liner that goes inside aluminum cans. Like if you drink Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Red Bull, Monster Energy drinks, Budweiser beer, Miller Coors beer, the lining that's on the inside aluminum cans is what's made at the company where I work. So that's the only thing that's really keeping us going right now.
Yep.
How about you there, Nikki? What's it like over there?
We're under a lockdown similar to what Doug said and similar to what you said. I haven't worked since the week before last. So today will be the 5th day off work. So that our company is just doing construction work. So they don't want to. We were on a site with 70 heads on it. So the site we're doing their best with wash hand basins and face masks and gloves. But the government stepped in Sunday night and just said it's the only essential businesses stay open. So health and that kind of thing. The police are actually pulling you in now and asking you what your business is if you're out driving, and they're requesting you go home.
Really?
But if you have your shopping bags, they kind of leave you go about your business.
So that was funny. I got the letter stating I could be out and about because of work, but it's not going to do me any good if I'm going out to get a cheeseburger. If I say I'm driving to work, it works, but I can't just say I'm going to get a a quick bite or something,
Yeah, well.
But Ken, I'm froze up again, so I'm just going to go ahead and bug out.
All right.
I mean, everybody's froze up this time, not just me. So, Nikki, Doug, everybody else, I'll be in the live chat.
Okay,
we'll see you, buddy.
You're good here, though, Craigie. I can see you perfectly. And your
Yeah,
voice and
everything's good. Everything's good on
I
this
can hear
side.
you guys, but everything on my screen's it's still image.
Yeah, because you're coming in perfect. Your video's fine. Your audio's fine. It's good.
Must be my phone keeps locking up.
Yeah.
So,
well, actually, I'm gonna head it off anyway. It's after an hour. I tried limit it to an hour. We've been over an hour, but I just want to thank everybody, especially you, Nikki, for staying up. I appreciate it, brother. Stay safe, everyone. Have a great day tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be on my normal Sunday morning. Try for 9 a.m. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're available, come join me. And like again, thanks again, everyone. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Be safe.
We got Patsy in the morning.
Everybody. Nikki, you take care over there.
Performance in the morning.
And Pate's Performance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. All right, guys.
I'm up by then.
We'll see y'all. God bless.
See y'all. Y'all take care. Be safe. Nikki, be safe.